Welcome all. Today we'll be showing you how to create multi-purpose statements within Microsoft Word using drop-down lists. Now it's a reasonably simple thing to do and should only take you, for a simple statement, should only take you no more than about 5 or 6 minutes to do, depending on the complexity of the statement that you'd like to create. Now, before we continue, what we need to make sure is that the Developer tab in your version of Microsoft Word is visible. Now, if it's not visible, what you need to do is you need to go to the Office button, press that, then go down to Word Options, and then check the Show Developer tab in the ribbon setting. Once that's done, what you will find is that the Developer tab will be activated. Now, in this tab, all that we'll really be using are the elements in the Control menu right here. So, what we need to do is create our statement, and it's often a good idea to prepare it and have a rough idea of what you'd like to do. So here's one that I've created. And in this version here, what we'll be talking about is either the subject, which may be the individual student. We may refer to them as the student in general, or the intern. And we'll be talking about their ability in performing abdominal palpation. The modifiers that we'll be using, that you can use, are whether it was methodical and comprehensive. Methodical, but there were some inconsistencies or some things that weren't done. Whether it was on the whole adequate, or whether it was disorganized but complete, or disorganized and incomplete. So the first thing that we do is we begin with the subject, and that is, in this case, let's say it's the intern performed, and often it's a good idea to leave yourself a couple of spaces afterwards to add your now drop-down list. So let's there, and the drop down, we go to the Developer tab, we click on the combo box, and that should appear at the point where the blinking cursor was. We then go into the Properties section, and this menu should open up. Now you can give it a title if you wish. Okay, and often I will check this element here. What this does is it makes sure that the drop-down lists or the elements in the drop-down lists maintain the same format as the statement that you're typing out. We then add. So let's add a selection of these, and let's put the second one. Press OK. Let's add another one, and let's add a final one. So once that's done, the combo box is updated with all of the elements that you've put in. Now continue on with the statement, and we can say that the intern, so let's say, performed an adequate abdominal palpation routine, and your statement is complete. What can happen here is you can change this and it will automatically reformat the entire statement so that it gives the appearance that this was typed out for the individual student. If we then want to also, sometimes we may want to add some very specific comments. What we do is, as before, leave yourself some space, and then what we can do is where the blinking cursor is, we leave it there and then go up and use this button here, the rich text button, and we just click that, and now we have a text box which allows us to type in any information that we'd like. So it could be that say surface inspection for scarring or bruising was not performed. And you'll have to and there we go. So here we have a statement which allows us to give 3 different options, as well as an option to provide specific feedback for a student who performed an abdominal palpation routine. So this is how you can do it, and all you need to do is continue on, and if you like you can also copy and paste this, and what you will find is that once it's copied and pasted, the drop down menus move with the new statement. Okay, so it can be, you can use it for different forms, have different formats, different fonts, anything that you think is required for specific really for specific purposes. So I hope this has demystified what we did with the OSLA feedback forms, and I hope that you also find it useful. Thank you.